Davie, Florida, has a rich and fascinating history that reflects its transformation from a swampy frontier to a thriving modern town. Located in Broward County, approximately 24 miles north of Miami, Davie's story begins long before its official establishment, rooted in the region's indigenous past and shaped by early settlers, land development, and a unique Western identity. Before European colonization, the area that is now Davie was inhabited by the Tequesta, an indigenous people who thrived in South Florida for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence, including campsites and graves found in Davie's Pine Island Ridge, dates back 5,000 to 7,000 years, offering a glimpse into their presence. The Tequesta lived off the land and waterways, but their population dwindled after Spanish colonization in the 16th century due to disease and conflict. By the time Florida transitioned from Spanish to British control in 1763, many surviving Tequesta either fled to Havana with the Spanish or later assimilated into the Seminole tribes that migrated into the region in the late 18th century. The modern history of Davie begins in the early 20th century. Originally known as Zona, the settlement was named by early pioneers, some of whom were workers from the Panama Canal Zone who arrived around 1909. At that time, the area was largely underwater, part of the vast Everglades swampland. The transformation of this landscape owes much to Robert Parcel Davie, often referred to as R.P. Davie, a developer who played a pivotal role in the region's development. In 1909, R.P. Davie assisted then Florida Governor Napoleon Bonaparte Broward in draining portions of the Everglades to reclaim land for agriculture and settlement. Davie purchased about 27,000 acres in the area and built a school to serve the growing community. Grateful for his contributions, the residents renamed the town Davie in his honor in 1916. The early settlers faced a rugged frontier life, carving out a community from the reclaimed swamplands. By 1918, the Davie School, designed by prominent South Florida architect August Geiger, opened its doors to around 90 students. This building, now known as the Old Davie School Historical Museum, was the first permanent school in the Everglades and remains Broward County's oldest existing school structure. The town's early economy relied heavily on agriculture, particularly citrus farming, and its rural character began to take shape. Davie's identity as a Western town emerged early on, influenced by its open spaces and agricultural roots. The area became known for cattle herds and a significant horse-owning population, fostering a cowboy culture that set it apart from other South Florida communities. Many of its early buildings reflected a Wild West architectural style, and this Western theme persists today in places like the Bergeron Rodeo Grounds, a central hub for equestrian events and rodeos. In the 1960s, Pioneer City, a Western-themed park, briefly operated across from Flamingo Gardens, further cementing Davie's unique character. Throughout the 20th century, Davie grew steadily. It was officially incorporated as a town on November 16, 1961, marking a significant milestone in its development. Despite the pressures of urbanization in South Florida, Davie maintained its rural atmosphere, with sprawling ranches, over 165 miles of trails and a commitment to preserving green spaces. The town also became a hub for education, hosting the South Florida Educational Center, which includes institutions like Nova Southeastern University, Broward College, and the University of Florida's Davie campus. By the late 20th and early 21st centuries, Davie had evolved into a blend of rural charm and suburban growth. Its population surged, reaching 110,320 by the 2020 census, making it the largest town in Florida by population. Landmarks like Flamingo Gardens, a 60-acre botanical garden and wildlife sanctuary established in 1927, and the Old Davie School, listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1988, highlight its historical and natural significance. The Miami Dolphins training facility, opened in 1993 at Nova Southeastern University, also brought a modern spotlight to the town. Today, Davie balances its cowboy heritage with its role as a principal town in the Miami metropolitan area. Its history reflects resilience, adaptation, and a distinctive identity shaped by indigenous roots, pioneer spirit, and a commitment to preserving its past amid South Florida's rapid growth.